How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Bill, and welcome back once more to UFO Files. Hope you guys are fantastic. Hope you guys are well. So I'm literally going to jump straight into this video. The mysterious booms, ladies and gentlemen, they're back and they're wreaking havoc. There's a lot of controversy going around what these booms are. But I'm going to let you, I guess, let you watch the clips that I've gathered here as evidence, and then I'm going to discuss on what my personal I think they are, as well as go into the conspiracies, what people are thinking they might be too. So without further ado, let's get into the video.
Jermont?
Kimberly, one thing for sure, you did not have to be an expert to witness and see what you saw in the sky tonight. I tell you, I was on assignment inside, about to prepare for an interview, and my photojournalist had to step outside to get some light. And I'll tell you, what he saw was bigger than the light that we ever carry. He came back rushing inside the house, telling me, "You won't believe what I saw." And that's just one of many stories tonight. This is the sight that lit the sky Tuesday night across Metro Detroit. If you were outside, there was no denying it captivated you.
The whole sky lit up very bright. It was like daytime outside.
It was his windshield as he headed home in Lincoln Park.
I stepped out of my vehicle and I heard a very loud explosion, and people down the street were like, "That's a firework." I knew right away it wasn't a firework.
Like it was the 4th of July.
This video clearly shows the sky glowing, but if you look at the hood of the car, you can see that racing light, possibly two.
Lit up everything and then disappeared.
And while the flash of light was mesmerizing, what people...
Loud, it had a shock wave to it. It rattled the pictures in my house. Yeah, it scared me.
As experts work to confirm exactly what this was in the sky, those who witnessed it have come to a conclusion.
I think it was a meteorite.
Pretty sure it's a meteor.
Again, the experts saying they believe it was a bolide, some type of space debris, but most definitely didn't have to be in Lincoln Park to see it.
Here in Upper Bucks County, something has been going bump in the night.
I thought maybe somebody was making a tunnel or space junk fell out of the sky.
From poachers, gunfire, to explosions, to sonic booms.
There has been no shortage of theories, but still no answer as to why so many residents have been jolted by a mysterious and near deafening boom sound.
It's a rumble. It actually rumbles the ground like an earthquake would happen, but with a loud
I've been in the military. I've got experience with explosives. I was a Navy diver, and that was definitely not a gunshot.
Local police municipalities have been receiving reports of the boom. A majority of the reported sounds have taken place between the hours of 2 a.m. and 4:30 a.m. Crompton of Haycock Township and her daughter heard the booms on 2 occasions.
It's like an explosion, and of course, it actually shakes your house.
Eyewitness News has confirmed that along with the Pennsylvania State Police, the FBI is now on the case as well. Authorities are asking that if you notice anything odd, do not investigate for yourself. Call police immediately and be sure to take mental notes. Here's another odd thing. We were told that every time this booming sound occurs, it seems to come from a different location and a different direction. And that man, Jerry, who you just saw in the story, says that he has a noise-activated surveillance system, and it was working the night that he heard the explosive sound, but yet it did not pick it up on video.
Weather is causing cracks and creaks in people's homes.
Todd Hicks talked to homeowners in Fond du Lac County who have heard some strange sounds.
People who live here say it sounded like a massive explosion, but experts say it was likely caused by the extreme temperatures over the last couple of days.
It was very bizarre. It's not something that you normally hear around here.
Wayne Gunther was shaken by an alarming sound Tuesday. It sounded and felt like some sort of blast.
Boom, like an earthquake.
The Waupun man was at his kitchen table with his wife and his friend when his house shook.
He said it sounded like an explosion.
It sounded just like an explosion, and we even made the comment, geez, I hope somebody's house didn't explode in town with a natural gas leak.
There were similar reports all over Fond du Lac County. Geologists say the booms were caused by what's called cryoseisms or frostquakes.
It happens underground when water freezes. That causes the rocks to splinter, making them pop and even causing vibrations.
Somebody said that they had a picture frame even fall off their window. That's how bad it shook.
Never heard anything like that before in my life.
And it's something Gunther never wants to hear or feel again. And there have also been reports of frost quakes all over the country, including Vermont and Ohio, the last couple of days.
It is a mystery just northeast of Denver that captured the world's imagination. A loud boom rocked the town of Loch Buoy and several other areas. We aren't the only ones wondering what's going on. This is one of dozens of booms that have been reported around the world in recent weeks.
The one here prompted calls to 911, had people running out into the streets. Karen Morfitt has been talking to people about what they heard last night. And Karen, still no concrete answers, huh?
Jim, this is a weird one. What I can tell you, though, is from everyone that we've heard from this neighborhood, the folks here seem to have heard this the best. The police chief stopped short of saying they're investigating, but did make it clear that they want to figure out what the heck happened here last night. Curiosity is swirling in the Loch Buoy community.
One boom, boom, and then the vibration
stood out and definitely made me wonder what it was.
Those living in the Silver Peaks neighborhood report hearing that loud boom at around 9 o'clock on Monday night.
It wasn't just a small vibration, it shook the whole neighborhood.
And I got up and I was like, oh my God.
Cecilia Roybal thought maybe crooks had targeted her home.
I went to the front door, and the first thing that crossed my mind is that somebody crashed into our garage.
Others called 911 to report what they thought might be an explosion.
Well, Ben, I can tell you this much. My photographer, Jake Nagel, was all excited about going to look for meteor fragments, and we just listened to your interview, and clearly that's not going to happen. There probably isn't going to be anything to find. But yeah, I mean, it was interesting. When this all first happened, friends in Birmingham were the first ones to reach out to me to say, hey, we think there may be a gas explosion in the area. And then they were sending me video from their home surveillance systems. And then all of a sudden, all over, you know, Facebook and Twitter, all the way from downriver to Flint to Heartland, people were saying, I saw this, I felt this. Clearly, it wasn't a gas explosion. They just didn't realize what they were looking at. Take a listen.
And I was facing west, big flash, a little bit of a crack, a noise, really bright. And he thought it was lightning. I said, no, I think when those big electrical transformers pop somewhere, there's been a big accident. But it lit the sky for about a second. It was interesting.
I thought it was lightning, and then I was like, well, I hope it wasn't a bomb. Then I'm like, I don't know. It just was really weird.
Back here live, I missed it. I can't believe I missed it. I was in our live truck working on another story, editing tape, didn't see it, didn't hear it until Jake comes running up to me. He goes, did you hear that? Did you see that? I missed our meteor. We're live in Novi tonight. Mara McDonald, Local 4.
All right. Something had exploded, and as soon as it stopped, another one started.
It's 6 o'clock, and here's what's happening. A mysterious boom shakes homes and rattles nerves. Residents around the region still trying to get to the bottom of the bang. Good evening, everyone. I'm Yuki Washington.
I'm Jessica Dean. Residents from the shore to Mount Laurel and plenty of places in between heard that booming sound. Eyewitness News reporter Cleve Bryan went in search of answers and joins us live from North Wildwood with the latest. Cleve.
Well, around 10:15, 10:20 this morning, people throughout South Jersey said they felt something, but it was very intense right here in North Wildwood. And today I found out why.
In between the cheers, all the chatter at this cross-country meet in North Wildwood Wednesday was about a behemoth boom.
So I heard this great big boom.
Everyone had a theory about the mysterious sound that made homes and offices shake.
I thought something fell on top of the roof.
Somebody hit the back of the building.
Yeah.
Remember? Like somebody crashed.
Thought that a crane or something like that had just dropped something onto the beach.
More than a dozen people in Cape May County called 911. But there was no reported incident to investigate.
There were calls into the 911 center after it happened, but again, you know, there was nothing to we didn't know anything about it at the time, so there was no action was taken.
Some thought an earthquake happened, and it wasn't just at the shore. More than 80 miles away, David Ahern tweeted he felt the house shake 2 times in Mount Laurel.
So it was pretty distinct.
So what was it? The U.S. Geological Survey's National Earthquake Information Center says there wasn't any seismic activity, but they detected a possible sonic boom about 9 miles off the coast of North Wildwood. In other words, it was probably a high-speed jet.
We see a lot of military planes flying by up and down the coast all the time, year-round, all sorts of different planes, and so I'm assuming that's what we're talking about here.
And just the house felt like it was going like this.
Barbara Ferguson, who almost fell over in her house, says she doesn't want any repeat performances anytime soon.
But I thought something seriously exploded, but obviously it was nothing.
And one of the reasons the boom carried so far from the shore has to do with today's weather and something known as temperature inversion. On a typical day, air temperature cools with height, and so sound waves disperse when they go up into the atmosphere. But with a temperature inversion, there's sort of a warm air lid that sends the boom back to Earth and amplifies the sound. Now, I reached out to the 177th Fighter Wing out of Atlantic City. They say it was not one of their jets that caused the boom. I've also called about a half dozen other military jet operations in the region. No word on what jet caused that boom. In North Wildwood, I'm Cleve Bryan, CBS 3 Eyewitness News.
Interesting stuff. Okay, Cleve, thank you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think these booms are? Through the footage we've just gone through together, you know, with the news outlet are calling maybe it could some mysterious jet flying over, to the ice crackling maybe. A woman just stated during the one of the interviews here that maybe it was some sort of tunnels that are being dug. What do you think? Do you think the government are maybe just mysterious jets that are out there that are flying in our skies that the government are just saying, or not acknowledging, should I say? It's definitely mysterious because these booms happened, I think, late in 2018, 2017. It's leaving me stumped because it feels like, you know, this now is being brought to the forefront and, you know, it's getting a decent amount of coverage, but it feels like there's not just one answer that can describe what's going on right now. You know, in the footage that we watched together here, we've had talks of military aircraft going over. We had talks of maybe a meteorite going over. We had talks of maybe the house was shaking, some sort of earthquake was going on. We had tunnels that the lady said was sort of being dug. Bombs maybe going off. But what do you think these mysterious booms could be in the comments below? But the news reporters do say it has a massive flash of light followed by a massive boom. So something that could be maybe like, let's just say, let's put our tinfoil hats once more. Let's go into some sort of conspiracy here. What if it's some sort of a hypersonic or a what's hypersonic would be the fastest one, right? Yeah. Hypersonic plane that the government are testing that they don't want us to tell us about. And I know you're thinking, you know, Bill, that's a little bit too far here, but stay with me on this, please, ladies and gentlemen. As you know, late back in, was it 2002, maybe 2000, and I don't know the exact date, Concorde was the fastest fastest commercial aircraft ever built. It would go from London Heathrow to, I believe it was Los Angeles, and in roughly 2 hours. And it wasn't able to fly directly over residents due to its going supersonic, which would make it have a which would make it have a boom. You know, it would go supersonic, and when it went past around Mach 1, the boom would obviously kick off, and then, you know, so on and so forth. But what if this is another military aircraft that is going hypersonic? And I want you to stick with me on this one here, ladies and gentlemen. What if those flash of lights and that bright light is the aircraft going into hypersonic? That flash of light is the aircraft just going. I'll leave that with you. Let me know what you think in the comments below. As always, guys, I really hope you enjoyed the video. I do apologize for not loading it last couple of days. I've been absolutely sick to my stomach. I'm really sorry. I've been so bunged up with flu. It's been absolutely horrible. But I'm back, feeling much better. As always, guys, if you enjoyed the video, please drop a like and a share on the way out. That's absolutely fantastic. I love you guys, and I'll see you just a little bit.
Alright, kick back, relax, and grab yourself a beverage. Or hop if you wanna just bounce to my leverage. The evidence, as they say, is in the pudding. So show me the money like my name was Cuba